Hello and welcome to this webinar, which is performed asynchronously through living voice messages. This time we are focusing our attention on this topic, being an early bird or night owl, advantages, disadvantages, and personality traits of those people actually who hold these qualities, and the possibility if actually considering the possibility if we can just swing back and forth between the two and what should be done. Some people believe that you're born an early bird or you're born a night owl. Do you agree with that or disagree, and what is your rationale to support it?
Hello, Dr. Hariri. I miss your voice. I'm so happy to be here again. I think most of the successful people are early birds who wakes up early, and all scientists recommend to sleep sooner and get up early. Also, people who works on success field like Brian Tracy or wake up early in the morning, so I can't find any advantages for staying awake at night.
Hello everybody. I like to wake up early. I think that our brain in the morning is sharpest and learning is most effective in the morning than night. And mm, well, and I think that night owls can have some poor mental health because they have delayed sleep. Thank
This is Shapu from LELB.net Society. Before to start talking about any topics, it's necessary to explain some basic important things that, if we consider it, don't get cause us in misunderstanding and trouble. So first, why we are here? Do we want to improve our listening or speaking? If we are here for improving our speaking, so we have to take part in topics. If you are here for improving your listenings, this is not the proper place that you have come. You just need to turn on your radio and tune it to English show time or program. So be brave. You are just helping each other to improving in speaking. And it's a good chance. Dr. Hariri prepared this room for free of charge, just helping you without any special intention. And the important thing is about making mistakes when we speak. Doesn't matter, we sometimes make mistakes. We are here to take part bravely in topics till radios are mistaken. So shake a leg and start talking about this topic. Second, sometimes we knew before about the topics and sometimes we don't know anything about. Sometimes you are a thinker and beforehand you spend a lot of time on these topics. So what we have to do? Just come into talking and say something or study and search about the topics and make yourself strong for talking about the topics. I don't know which one you are, but I know something is important. I search a lot about the topics because I'm here to improve myself, so I have to be serious about it. I don't want to waste my time. I really like to be strong and speaking, so it's not fair enough just interested in. You have to move on to your desire by hard working on it. Don't you think this way? Come on, shake a leg. It's an amazing time for us to improve your patience for speaking in English. Then change yourself and be active in the room. If you have not enough ability to talk, and you're at the beginning of learning, just let Dr. Harry know about it. We have other rooms for the beginner too. And third, you have searched a few and brought it in your talking. It's good, but it doesn't mean others have to accept it or agree with it because of some of the search just mentioned some things about it. If we have enough reasons and clear and bright explanations with a logical way on it, and enough not only search but also thinking about the matter and analyzing and making our own ideas, there is no need to feel bad. My experience says when you're thinking about one thing, one and you think you are right 100%, especially about psychological and medical things, there's something's wrong in it. Unfortunately, they have not stable rules, and during years would change into other new rules. So we can use the benefits, but it's not clear to remain forever. It's not like engineering. In engineering, we have stable rules that we called formula and didn't change in a formula, but they always, engineers expect sometimes some formula would be changed. And fourth, I'm not here for getting an academic degree, such as IELTS or so extra. I'm not here to be in front of anyone, just invited by Dr. Hariri to help others. And if I explain, sometimes it's only for help and put you in the right track. And at the last, try to adjust your mic and speak up louder if you're eager to be heard by the others. Thank you for listening to me.
All right, I'm responding to Mr. Khodaparast and the last lady whose name I don't know. If possible, please introduce yourself so that we could refer to you. Um, yeah, as a matter of fact, the basic reason for holding these webinars is not just for the sake of practicing English. As a matter of fact, practicing English is just one of the reasons, and the other one is to practice intellectuality and enlightenment with the help of, or let's say through a window of English, because I believe that just taking your smartphone and talking without any foundation actually seems to be nonsense. We need to have a driving force behind it so that we could just talk sense and not talk nonsense. And also, in this way, you are motivated and also you gain confidence. This is not a good idea to just actually think that your English is just limited to speaking and listening. Uh, the last lady, I don't know your name. So if you just conduct some research before talking, before speaking and taking your cell phone or something, uh, so your English is automatically improved. So in this way, actually, you can practice reading and taking notes so you can practice writing, and then you gain confidence and also your vocabulary improves accordingly, and then you can talk about something that you have gathered. The quantity is not that important. The quality of your speech is much important than actually the quantity. So maybe one day or per day, you just leave one voice message, but that voice message is clear cut, crystal clear, and also it's based on science and facts. The other point is that it really depends on the topic being discussed. Sometimes the topic is purely scientific and you need to acquire some information before just leaving voice messages. And sometimes it is based on your personal experiences and opinions, and you don't need to just conduct any research. But because of the fact that the long-term goal of this webinar is to invite some native speakers, and it's not just for the sake of improving your English. Because of that, we need to, if the topic requires us, we need to talk science. and also we need to acquire information and factual information, as a matter of fact. So conducting research, don't think that it is useless when you just use the internet to acquire some specific information. And yeah, and the other point, as Mr. Khodaparas said, yeah, we do have another WhatsApp group run by himself. So if you're interested, if you just want to, if you have some English questions, and there are many people, many participants in that group, so you could use that. I will just ask Mr. Khodaparas to, if possible, to drop the invite link to your WhatsApp group so that actually the other people could join your group. And I really appreciate your cooperation. Thank you very much. So let's get the most out of this webinar and improve our English and also our wisdom, our current information, and so on. Thank you.
As you said, to speak intellectually on intellectual topics and to intellectual people are much more better and enjoyable than talking to ordinary people and about ordinary topics. But I meant the difference between sense and nonsense speech, as you said. When we search or read or write about a specific topic, we construct and plan and design for a specific.
Let me express my own opinion. I believe that you are not born a night owl or an early bird, because out of my personal experience, I've been able to just change that quality or characteristic depending on my situation. And on many occasions, I've been able to just actually become an early bird and after a while a night owl, but it's not that easy, you know. You need to be persistent. You need to, for example, stay awake for 2 days perhaps in order to just change that habit. Because, you know, being an early bird and night or night owl has something to do with your actually biological clock or circadian rhythm, if I'm right at pronunciation. So if your biological clock just adjusted or set to that way that you get up early in the morning, okay, so you are in that habit and you have reinforced it, but you can just break that habit if you are not satisfied with that and become a night owl. Yes, you're completely right. And about some other diseases, as you said, there are so many diseases that are caused by developing the habit of being a night owl: obesity, hypertension, blood pressure, different types of anxiety and depression. Yeah, that is true. But actually, this point is rather multifaceted. That is, there are so many factors involved. And I've seen, to be honest, I myself try to be an early bird because I really love going mountain climbing or bicycle riding early in the mountain, in the morning, actually, in the mountain nearby, because hopefully, fortunately, our home is close to nature. And I like that so much, and I don't want to miss it. But I've seen, in order to be non-judgmental, actually, apart from all the health benefits provided by just leading the lifestyle of an early bird, apart from that, I've seen so many people who are really successful, happy, and they run a lucrative business. They can earn a lot of money, and actually they are complete night owls. It depends on particularly your job or career. For example, those people are self-employed. They don't need to be on time at work, and they have so many employees, and actually they think that they can concentrate better at the in the privacy of night when they are not disturbed. So it's not that easy. It's more complicated. But as I said, I prefer to be an early bird, and I believe that If you're not satisfied with one, you can for sure change it to the other or switch it to the other type of the spectrum or type of lifestyle. So you are not born an early bird or a night owl.
Hello everybody, this is Matteo. I'm from Switzerland and I can help you with English.